Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we're back once again for another Let's Play of Echoes of Wisdom. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we're still continuing on more of the said heart piece collecting, and we're all the way back over here at the Hyrule Ranch to go and start things off here in this episode, because I know that during our last time, I think we already went and came across here back to the Hyrule Ranch the last time to go and take on the longer course, and I think we did get something brand new for our said horse to have a little bit of some extra more stamina for if we ever do need to go and travel around within our horse at any given moment. But however, here back over at the Hyrule Ranch, you want to go and actually take on the middle course. Now, the said middle course is that you want to try and make it underneath the 20 seconds, and it could be a little bit of a challenge, but for me, I actually did this on my first try, and it wasn't really all that too much of a problem. But if you could do it underneath the 20-second mark that the lady's actually going and talking to you about, you should be able to get yourself with the heart piece, and we don't ever have to come back to this type of said Hyrule flag race ever again within the ranch, ever within the other parts of these videos. And I know that throughout our other time, after once we're all said and done with this, we are going to be taking a re-look back over at the Gerudo Desert, and I want to say we are going to be heading on over to the Suthorn Prairie, where there should be another said type of pillar location, where there is going to be another such as a heart piece going to be located around over here. Now, I know that the last said pillar location didn't really have any type of water around it, but here for this one, there is going to be some water surrounding within this area. So just use your water block and you should be able to get yourself with that heart piece pretty quickly up there. Alright, so here we are over at the said Gerudo Desert area. You may probably see this on your map. This is like somewhat of like a quicksand type of area. So just kind of just do your little cloud jumping or anything that you actually do have for echoes, and then you should be able to grab out on that heart piece in no time. Well, now, since we're still here in the Gerudo Desert, we're going to be taking on some of these type of said landworms. I think that's what they're known as. Now, these guys can be somewhat a little bit of a tricky situation. I know that for us right now, currently, we don't really have any type of specialized powers for Zelda right now to go and use anything. So we're going to kind of have to use our echoes as we go along throughout here. So I know that the first one of these type of said worms are not going to be too entirely crazy, but I know that the second one is going to be a little bit more frustrating, because this is where this type of said worm is actually going to be bringing out some of his goons that are going to be showcasing around, such as with that type of said piranha fish that is going to be in there, and of course of that said scorpion. But after a little bit of some time, we should be able to just go and knock out with this guy pretty quickly. And there we go, and just like that, we already went and knocked out on the two said landworms, but we are technically not done. This is just kind of like somewhat of a beginning thing to at least somewhat start off with this whole side quest. So make sure that you actually do go and talk over here to the two type of said Gerudo soldiers that are located in this area, in this little house here, and this is when they'll go and talk about this type of said challenge that we're going to have to go and face off with. And I think what we're going to have to do is actually take on both of them all at the same time, which that is going to be somewhat of a problem, which I know that I will definitely need to hopefully try to make sure that for the next video is that I am going to make sure that I get enough energy to bring that with us, because I know that that can become a somewhat of a situation there. Alright, so before we go and actually end off this video, I know that I did promise you guys that I didn't want to go and return back over here to the said area of the Slumber Dojo. I know that we're still going to have to go and continue onwards with more of this type of stuff that's going to happen here, because I know that we will be collecting out on a said heart piece if we go through all of these entire said different challenges that are here. And this one, for example, is going to be one of the hardest ones by far within this area. And this one is where you are going to have to use a lot of special tactics around over here to somewhat kind of blow all these different set I guess all these Gibdo guys around. Now this guy is like completely stuck, so I think we already kind of ran out of time as it is, so we won't be able to get the special reward that we do need, so we will have to come back to that later. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, and of course, peace.